The most favorite class picture of all, the Academy Award class picture. And just to give you a recap, the most nominations for the 85th Academy Awards were received by Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, followed closely by Ang Lee's with 11 nominations, Life of Pi, with 8 nominations each, Les Miserables and Silver Linings Playbook, 7 nominations for Ben Affleck's Argo, 5 nominations for Amour, and Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, Skyfall, of course, and Zero Dark 30. There are 4 nominations from Anna Karenina and The Beast of the Southern Wild, 3 nominations for The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, and The Master, and 2 nominations for Flight and Snow White and The Huntsman. And judging from what happened at the Golden Globes, I think people are just putting their sights on 2 actors when it comes to Best Actor. Is it either Daniel Day-Lewis or is it going to be Hugh Jackman? Daniel Day-Lewis, of course, for Lincoln, and Hugh Jackman for Les Miserables. And like what I mentioned earlier, we got more videos to share with you with regards to the pre-events before the 85th Academy Awards, and here's another one.
The nominations, including Best Picture, I'm elated by that, truly, genuinely thrilled. And like I said, there are 9 amazing movies, any of which could win, any of which would deserve to win if they did. So I don't get into worrying too much about who got what and didn't get what. I mean, I've had many years watching from home.
I don't know how to say this without sounding so obnoxious, but like I've been hanging out with Steven Spielberg lately, so so it doesn't feel like it at the moment. But it's people. I don't take anything for granted, and I've been given extraordinary opportunities. I've also fought for extraordinary opportunities. So I don't believe that you're ever just there in this golden moment. I think you probably always have to remind people that you're there, that you have something to offer, maybe something beyond what they could imagine for you. But I also think that's part of being an actor.
And because we were singing live, there was not a day I didn't wake up. Literally, I would wake up, I'd look at my pillow, and I'd think, when I put my head back down on you again, I will never sing Bring Him Home again, or I'll never sing the soliloquy again, or One Day More, because it was that day. So every day was like an opening in the theatre and a closing all at once. It was great.
Eating normally calms me down. I remember before the Oscars I was wearing that skin-tight dress, and I ate like a Philly cheesesteak and fries and was like, this is definitely going to help, which it didn't, because I had to double my Spanx.
So no, I'm very grateful, and I'm sure the day of, I'll be calming my mother down. She still doesn't know what to wear, so I think I'll be a caretaker that day.
For me, I feel like I've already won. And so I never want to lose sight of what I feel right now in being in this business and being nominated. I know everyone says that, but really, you win already.
As soon as he wanted to do it, I said, I'm in, and then he did a rewrite. I didn't care what the rewrite would be, because I knew whatever he did, it'll be good. Just based on what I've seen that he's done, especially The Fighter. And it was that simple.
I have had some opportunities in my life, not as many as I would like, to play really complicated characters, and you don't tap into any one emotion. You try to live in this place, these other people's shoes.
An Oscar nomination for me is also a little bit of a reason for, let's say, nervous anticipation. So I don't really consider nervous anticipation a reason to celebrate.
I could feel how deeply connected they were with it, and with Maria, the woman who I play, and how important it was to tell her story with the utmost truth, and never deviating from it. I mean, basically everything you saw on the screen was blow by blow what happened to her and her family.
My daughter drew a picture of Oscar. What did she say? Something like, you my Oscar anyway, plus I don't like Kevin Space. I have it. I got it in my room. you my Oscar anyway, plus I don't like Kevin Space.
Sorry, you just interrupted my flirting with Bradley Cooper and Christoph Waltz. I kind of ran out here.
Who was more receptive?
They're both pretty open, so I'd say it's going to be a good lunch for me.
George.
Hi. Hi. Is there anything new to learn?
They literally just started playing Because the Night Belongs to Lovers. I think maybe this is the theme of my lunch. I'm very excited for this lunch.
Very exciting and very refreshing to see them quite without their guards, just talking. And of course, just to give you a recap of the actors that we just saw in that video, we start of course with Ben Affleck, who's not nominated as an actor, is nominated as for the movie Argo, which is one of, like what he said, one of the 9 movies for Best Actor. He's nominated along with Grant Heslov and George Clooney, who helped him make Argo. Then it was followed by Anne Hathaway, who we all know, if you don't know yet. She played wonderfully Fantine on Les Miserables. She managed to snag the Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Supporting Actress, and also the Golden Globes for Best Supporting Actress in a Musical or Comedy for her role in Les Miserables. It was followed by Hugh Jackman, who also took home the Globes for Best Actor for a Comedy or a Musical, and that's of course for his role as Jean Valjean in the movie Les Miserables. Followed by Jennifer Lawrence, who for the younger viewers might know as the lead in the Hunger Games. Well, this time she's sporting her natural hair color, and she plays the lead in Silver Linings Playbook, also nominated for Best Actress. And then we have Bradley Cooper, the gorgeous Bradley Cooper, who's a part of Silver Linings Playbook. And but if you listen to that, obviously he's not bringing a bringing mom to the Oscars. It was followed by Jessica Chastain, part of the very controversial movie Zero Dark 30, and she has won also a couple of awards for her role. And then it was the great Robert De Niro, who was also part of Silver Linings Playbook, followed by the one and only Sally Field, who once upon a time said, "You love me, you love me, you really love me," from the movie Steven Spielberg's Lincoln. We also saw Christoph Waltz, who took the Golden Globes for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Django Unchained. That's directed by Quentin Tarantino. Denzel Washington was there as well for his, he's nominated for Best Actor for Flight. And lastly that we saw was Amy Adams, who's part of the movie The Mighty, if I'm not mistaken. No, The Master, if I'm not, that is the story. So, lots of things to look forward to. 24th of February is when the Oscars will be handed out to a great list of individuals who will officially have that extra word or extra phrase in their name, Academy Award winner or Academy Award nominee. So, but we got a lot more stories to check out, and so keep it here. And this is very interesting. From the movie about Hollywood, how about a story about men and women throwing soybeans to imaginary devils in a festival to welcome the spring? Yes, folks, can only happen in Japan. Check this out.
As they throw over a ton of soybeans in a festival that follows Japanese age-old traditions. The tradition called Mamemaki is normally held in a shrine where only a handful of roasted soybeans per person are used in a less dynamic way. Instead, each of the 800 participants gathered inside the landmark Tokyo Tower was given a pair of goggles and 2 kilograms of soybeans that they threw hard to the imaginary demons during the 2-hour event. It is a ritual held on the Setsuban, the eve of the traditional Japanese start of spring, which comes on every February 3rd or 4th. Japanese people believe ogres begin plotting evil and mischief on the day, and by throwing beans, a food that ogres hate, they can drive evil away. A 24-year-old office worker, Arisa Hasebe, said throwing beans was quite a physical exercise. "I'm heated up. It's so much fun to throw something this hard, which rarely happens in my daily life," Hasebe said. Another woman, 28-year-old Karo Matsunami, aimed to drive away not only the evil but also the stress. "I want to vent all my stress by doing this." Other participants said the soybean weighed less than a gram, hurts when they hit. "The beans actually hurt when they hit, but I'm fully excited and having a lot of fun," Mima Miyamori, a 33-year-old businesswoman, said.
So, there you go. What a way to ward off imaginary devils throwing soybeans at them. Also, the good thing about soybeans, if you're like me, lactose intolerant, soy milk should be on your list. Your number one choice of when it comes to beverage, soy milk, just in case you're lactose intolerant. But before we go for a quick commercial break, let me remind you folks that a lovely promotion is currently ongoing on MTV Sports in celebration of the Love Month or Valentine's Day. Simply type MTV space love space your name and your little love story and send to 77888. Who knows, you might just get to win a special Valentine treat from MTV Sports. So once again, it's MTV space LOVE space your name and your little love story to 7788 to win a very special Valentine treat from MTV Sports. And also, registration ends tomorrow, so please do make sure you're part of Nida Has Run, or aka the Freedom Run. And it's a run for the country. So it's happening on the 10th of February, and tomorrow is the final day of registration. I'm pretty sure once you, by staying with us here on MTV Sports, you get more of the details that you need, and hopefully beat the deadline that is set for tomorrow, Friday. And before we run out of time, we got a lot more, and we're going to pack it in on a Thursday. But first, we need to take a very short break.